What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Shaun C. I hope you all have had a good week so far. Happy hump day to everybody. Sorry I'm starting a little bit later than normal tonight. But duty calls, brother gotta work. I also have to eat before I start this live stream. So this week we've actually covered some interesting topics, especially when it comes to the how you know, kids are dealing with these situations and stuff. So I just kind of want to bring it back to, us finding suitable women, suitable people who actually would make good wives. And I came across this folder I had. Now I get to see all this stuff. So I feel like I used some of this stuff before. But that's not even the point. The point tonight, what I want to show you all is there's just some interesting clips here. And you're gonna want to stick around to the end because there's a this guy summates what he's gone through with his wife, how in moments of trying, his wife stepped up. And so I saved that one and I want to put that one toward the end because I want to be able to contrast the expectations. How when the chips are down, a woman who claims to be a wife is there, right? So I actually want to start off this conversation though with a video that we looked at last week. Okay. So I'm actually pulling this from the raw material of PNC. So you're going to watch PNC real quick. If you're not subscribed to our podcast channel, go over to Partners in Crime Podcast. It'll be all over the screen. So you help us grow that channel. We're actually really close to getting that channel monetized as we're like, 300-400 subs away from being monetized, like 400 subs. We need about 400 watch hours. So please go support us over there. It's just us talking, frankly, just the conversations that we have, you'll be having them with us. We wanted that channel to kind of be more of how him and I be thinking and sometimes, and it's just crazy. So we're going to open up with that video clip and then I'll come back and talk to you all. But I want to start with the conversation that we had last week. So the clip that we talked about that everybody was like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm going to just bring this up again so that everything that we talk about afterwards is going to make sense. All right. So again, this is some raw footage from Partners in Crime that I'm going to use. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this. Hold up real quick. Let me catch this real quick. Shout out to K and D, man. K and D. What's going on? Make sure y'all go over to Kings and Dreams. Check out his channel over there, man. Shout out to your brother. Great seeing you, man. I like the new logo, man. I like that. Shout out to Complete Indifference. He said, what up, soul brother? What's going on with you, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Okay. And Mo, he says, salute to the general. Shout out to you, man. Watching from Cincinnati, Ohio. That's right, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. And then Golf's Getaway. They tired of getting rug pulled. That's a nice one. I'll get back to the chat. Just hear this part of the conversation from last week. Yeah, man. The new logo is fire. I like it. Hey, thank you for trusting me with your last logo, man. I appreciate it. But this one, I like it. I like it a lot, bro. Appreciate it. That's a good look. Here we go.
So what does your initial first date look like with him now?
My initial first date is asking him where he wants to bring me. And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
I want you to watch the face. Okay. So So this is what we talked about last week. I don't want to get too deep into that. Make sure y'all go over to Partners in Crime. I just put out this video yesterday, so we're talking about it. But just understand that the young lady on this video was very deliberate. And one of the things that stood out to P would really, kind of made him think. I asked him, I said, hey, do you think that this woman was sincere in what she's talking about? And he said, yeah. He said, what made it more sincere to him, or the thing that stood out to him, was the other women around her reaction to the type of things she was saying. She talked about how we always talk about on this channel, we talk about men having a purpose, right? Because in our purpose, when we do decide to take on someone into our life, when we do decide to have a family, the purpose is the direction that you plan to lead your family, to lead the people that are in your charge. And she kind of brings that up in this conversation. Let's just listen to a little bit more.
To do.
Oh, I like that.
Because I'm there to learn him, and I'm there to know him.
But he got to learn you too, though.
And he'll learn me when I walk into his world. But walk into my world first, I'm not providing a world for you. So
Not at all.
my world really doesn't matter. It matters to the extent of what have I cultivated? Have I nurtured my world? Where can my world take him, right? When I enter his world.
Okay. So this is how Partners in Crime look. If you haven't been over there, get over there. But we have a deeper conversation over there. So go subscribe over there. Thank you for all the support. K&D, shout out to you again, man. Thank you so much for being here this evening. That conversation was very interesting. I'm not trying to rehash that conversation. I wanted you to hear the way that that woman was speaking, all right? And I want you to contrast that with what we're going to hear tonight, all right? So let me just say, before we get any deeper into this conversation that we're having tonight, I want to give a shout out to the gents. Thank you so much for being here. I want to give a shout out to my members, specifically you all who are, subscribe to the membership, get extra content. I actually have two ideas for you all that I should be putting out here soon. One is a crazy concept. You're going to have to be a member to see this, because I'm going to tell you, it's a concept that I've wanted to talk about on TSG, but I don't know how to talk about it in such a short period of time. When you're talking about video and editing, it's a better discussion to have where I can talk about it freely, such that that you get more from it. And this is why you want to be a gent and not only subscribe to the channel, but also become a member. Thank you all for the cash outs and super chats for supporting this channel. If you don't know, man, doing this, a lot of people put in a lot of time to do these type of shows and stuff. And obviously you get varying amounts of what you get from each show. And I hope you all feel like there's a place that we can have these discussions, that we can gather as gents and talk and have fun at times too, okay? So I just want to say I'm grateful for each and every one of you all that rock with me, all right? I'm going to set up this next clip because it's a trip, this conversation that they're about to have, all right? Tonight's video, probably, I don't even know if I can monetize it once we get started talking about it, but I'm going to do the best that I can, all right? K&D says, we got to have me pull up after I get back from Cali. Oh, okay. Okay, you're in Colombia. Okay, I see you, man. Have a great time out there. Yeah, man. Just holler at your boy. Let me know when, I do this every Wednesday. Just hit me up before that. Maybe we could do an impromptu live stream or something like that and then have you come on, all right? Shout out to you, XL Pro. Thank you for being here, man. Always appreciate you. Yep. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. It lets more people know that we're having a live stream now. Let's get more people involved in this conversation. But also consider subscribing to the channel. Help us hit the 100,000 mark. It's been too long. We've been sitting at like 57, 58,000 for too long. We've been sitting at 57 for too long. It's time to bring that thing back there. Edward says, "Sup, people?" Edward, great to have you, man. Great to have you. All right, let's get to this video clip. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all too late tonight, because I have more things to work on. I have a lot. I have a lot to work on. I got here late, so I apologize for that, but uh, I didn't want to. I didn't want to cancel this. So let's get that thing off the screen. Thank you for everyone who contributes to the channel. I really appreciate that. All right, let's go.
Love hoes.
That was crazy.
I do.
I have a respect.
I could
for
turn
them.
a hoe into a housewife.
Really?
Yes,
What?
I
I
have no
think
problem
most
with
hoes
that.
can be turned into a housewife.
Hoes know
What?
what to do. They know
They
how to
literally know
please
what
you.
to do.
I
Yeah.
personally think that a man would prefer to turn the hoe into a housewife,
They
but they're just
would.
embarrassed about the
hub.
But it
backlash
ain't
that they
nothing
would
to be
get.
embarrassed about if she didn't fuck none of your friends, unless if she a popular hoe. But even then, nigga, this who you love.
This who you love.
Yeah,
I've always said
hoes
that.
be-
I
hoes
think
love
men
that
be
nigga.
loving hoes, but society tells them like, oh, this is not a wife, so I cannot go and be with her.
I love a
So
hoe.
my whole thing is go be with that hoe. She know how to treat you
Go
too.
be with that hoe.
Yeah.
So you come home
And
every
she
day,
know
that
how to-
steak is cooked.
That
Perfect
dick
temperature.
is sucked.
Dude, and she gonna bring a bitch home at the end
And
of the
she
day.
gonna bring
Get
you that whore.
Oh my God, Ziggy, office off. Holy cow. First of all, let's hit the elephant in the room. This dude said he loved 304s. And he said, I think I turned a 304 into a housewife. I don't know if y'all heard him, but as the modern women like to say, this dude sound like he a little sassy there. Let's just listen for a second.
I love hoes.
That was crazy.
I do.
I have a respect
I could
for
turn a
them.
hoe into a housewife.
Really?
Yes, I have
I
no
think
problem.
Yes, I could turn one to a housewife. My God, man. You see, they don't have no problem coming on here telling you that you sassy because you actually have some standards. But when they sit across from you know, a dude who actually is sassy, and that's his right, whatever. But at the same time, y'all listen to everything that they say, especially when it comes to bashing regular dudes, right? Yes. Shout out to you, brother. Great seeing you here again, man. It's just crazy to me how they think. It's funny because the shit worked back in the day when somebody had like question your character, right? Question whether or not, you were straight or whatever, which again, we don't care. Do your thing. Do your thing over there. I'm going to do my thing over here. But then y'all bringing these dudes up to the conversation, and it's almost like just because he's a male, you think that's God, that's word. We don't have the same experience. We don't. And I'm not sitting there saying that. I want to make sure I'm careful with this because I don't want to disparage people that I already know that I respect that's in that community. But again, it's almost like y'all don't have no problem talking about how a man is sassy if he not doing nothing or he DL, but then you'll sit next to a DL and bash regular dudes. So just absolutely insanity going on with this situation. And then you got these women up here trying to, gents, let me say something first, and then y'all understand what I mean. Because before I get tongue-tied on this, I want us to be on the same page. Hold the line, okay? Hold the line, because it's just ridiculous. Hold on. Anytime you got modern women up on a podcast and they trying to justify why dudes should be turning 304s into housewives, we got a problem. Am I off base here? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, they sitting here trying to justify why we don't want to turn a 304 into a housewife. Like, it's been conventional wisdom even since like I was a short person. I'm talking about it was a long time ago since you could say that Shaun was short. I've just been tall my whole existence, okay? It's been conventional wisdom that you, in fact, cannot turn a 304 into a housewife. Trust me. Trust me, I've tried. I have tried. And I'm going to tell you, crash and burn, okay? Crash and burn. I don't recommend it. Matter of fact, I would give it 0 stars. I would not recommend that restaurant. Would not tell somebody to go there. All right. Yo, they are literally trying to move the goalpost on us. And I think that's part is funny. So when I go back and say hold the line, it's like, you know how ridiculous it is for them to try to tell us? Like, God, so that should be his own goddamn subject. Let's talk about that one. Because I got so much more to say. Or maybe this might be a members only topic, but because I have so much more to say. I just had to watch my words because I'm like, I'm not trying to strike the channel from having a chance before we just 16 minutes into a live stream. But let's catch some of these comments. All right, Tolliver, shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. You said how they got this Fruit Loop up here giving us. Oh, you know what? I'm more pissed that I didn't have a better analogy. But again, I don't really, that ain't my thing to try to make fun of people, but that's just is. But I can do it. I've just been doing YouTube long enough not to do it. Let's put it that way. You can't undo emotional damage. Bodies, bodies, bodies. Exactly. V, shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. That's the thing. It's I actually had a vehicle. It was a salvage vehicle. So, right, like if you ever tried to like, depend on the state that you're in, if you ever tried to like get a salvage vehicle registered, like that shit is tough as hell because like there's all kind of extra paperwork you got to do, and then like people be changing the odometer on these salvage vehicles. That's exactly what's happening right now with these modern women there, V. They literally taking it and they like trying to roll back the odometer and like, wait a minute, man, like that car clearly has a lot of mileage. There is no way that shit only got 100 miles on it. You cannot convince me that it's only 100. They trying to roll back that odometer, man. They can't have it, right? Blind leading the blind, exactly. Can't have it both ways. Yep. You can't. Shout out to you, V. I think I missed this. Spirit of Eli, he said the steak ain't the only thing cooked. Love to see you too, man. Thank you so much, man. Walking with the dog, 67-year-old black woman here waiting for the scoop. All right, I hear you. We're not done yet. Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate you. You go here. We ain't done yet. We just getting started. Since we do have ladies in the house, let me just say this, right? I think in this case, like, men understand that you can't roll back that odometer. We can clearly see that the car has some mileage on it, all right? I think, though, if you aren't presenting, like, when I was a younger man and I was married, we needed a second car. And the second car was an old beat up hatchback car. Now, here's the thing. It was a beat up car, manual transmission, and the dude who was selling me the car was like, hey, I've worked on the motor. Like the thing runs perfectly. It'll get you back and forth A to B. If you just needed to get back and forth to work every day, boom. And I'm leaving, here's the car. I can accept that. I can accept that car because Yes, I know it's older. I know it's a little beat up, but it did the inner of the car works really well. It's been refurbished. It's been changed. Too many times you have women who have a bunch of mileage trying to roll back the odometer, claim they've done the inner work, and then when you drive the car, it's a goddamn lemon. What am I gonna do with that? At least a car that has had work done to the interior and to the motor, it's like, okay, well, there's still usage here. There's still something that I can get out of this. A lot of people are trying, or I would say a lot of modern women are trying to, like, there's no usage. There's no usage for the car anymore. It's damaged. Can't sit here and claim you've done the inner work and continue to do the same things that got you to those messed up situations in the first place. That means you haven't changed. And so you're asking us to buy a lemon with no work done. And that's what I'm trying to say. All right. Sorry, I went on that long tirade. All right. Let me catch a couple more. Prize. Yep. Edward says, been through that. Ended up sending a good care to the salvage yard because it had been wrecked multiple times and I didn't know it. Drivetrain was completely redone with no body damage. Yeah. See, yeah, exactly. V says, I love hoopties. Hoopties, hey, ain't nothing wrong with a hoopty if there's the ability to be able to fix it up. Ladies, y'all may not understand the car analogy, but understand this. An older car ain't bad is if it can be fixed up. If it is, because you're going to look at inside, you're going to see what's the damage. And then you're going to assess whether or not it's worth your time to fix and work on this hoopty. And the thing is, a lot of women today are presenting as if they can be fixed up, but there's damage there that we can't see. There is damage there that we cannot work on. There is damage there you can't pay no amount of money to fix. So that's a hoopty that nobody wants to deal with. See what I'm saying? Men can't afford to live in delusion. The world would collapse in weeks. Oh, men can't afford to live in delusion. The world would collapse in weeks. Exactly. Shout out up here. Is that one mad? Nobody's trying to be paying premium dollar for an Arby's sandwich. Fair enough. And then V said pink title. Yep, that's right. Pink title. All right, let's get to the next one. Let me set this one up. So anyway, I didn't mean to stay on that one that long, but now this one of the problems, God damn it, Ziggy, office off. So one of the problems with modern women today in terms of like being wife material is what we're about to see in this next clip. Check it out.
Never wear makeup again or cheat on your man?
I'm cheating. It's only one time.
It's an evil world we live in.
If you didn't hear what she said, he asked her, cheat on your man or never wear makeup again? That was the question. I'll back it up again.
Never wear makeup again or cheat on your man?
I'm cheating. It's only one time.
It's an evil world we live in.
So that means you're not loyal then?
I am.
Cap.
You don't think you look good though without the makeup still?
I think I look great, but I want to have the option to do whatever I want to do.
I don't know what to say.
So this is a huge issue. We keep hearing this, and it is a red flag for a man. Women have this delusion in their head that your man telling you something is him trying to control you. See, like, women don't realize if any of y'all are spiritual or religious or whatever, and I'm not claiming to be any of those two, but I am. Not religious though, spiritual. If y'all claim to be that, do y'all hear yourself? I want to do what I want to do. That same rebellious spirit is the same spirit that we're talking about in the Bible. The same rebellious spirit that, like, I'm gonna go against what the orders was, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. Too many incidents. I get phone, like, because I'm in media doing this. I get alerts to my phone about different things going on. And if I had more time, I would be talking about some of these things with you guys. But how many times have I been seeing on my phone where you see so and so got shot, so and so is unalived and everything because they were in a situation that they shouldn't have been in because they would listen to the people they had no business being around. So if I'm telling you, hey, look, I don't think this is a good idea, you think I'm just telling you that shit to tell you that? I want to do what I want to do. But yeah, what you want to do gonna get me hemmed up. And not to even mention, look at this shit. This girl looks young as hell. Look at this. And we're gonna talk about this more toward the end of the live stream. I'm not saying she looks bad. She don't even have a lot of makeup. Talk about no makeup, or at least I can't see it. But what I'm trying to say is, look at this. I mean, literally, women are just going out the house with nothing. And that's why I started off with the last clip. They want to tell you, oh, yeah, you should turn a 304 into a housewife. Why? So she can leave me, so she can take my shit, so she can prove that she unfaithful? Come on, man. Exactly. Right here. 3 Poems says, stay Keisha free, brothers. You'll live longer. Trust me, I know from experience. Exactly. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly what we needed to hear, man. You're right, TSG. It's a rebellious spirit. Yeah, man. Erwood says, exactly. They ask where are the leaders, but they don't know how to follow when a man tries to lead them. Exactly. So, you know what? I'm gonna leave it right there. I know y'all got a lot to say, but let me just say this, right? If y'all want to understand one of the qualities that, or one of the things that is a red flag to a man getting married, first of all, is that rebellious spirit. Because if I'm seriously considering being, like, making you my wife, let me say it that way. If I'm seriously considering you making my wife, if you don't have the ability to listen to what I tell you when I'm trying to tell you, if you don't know me well enough to know that if I'm telling you something, it's for a reason, then you don't have the discernment to be my wife. You don't have the discernment to be my wife if you can't read the situation. If you can't say, I trust you to know, I trust you. If you saying this, you're telling me for a reason. If your woman can't trust you to that extent, she's not wife material. Period. Let's take this false word love out of it. If you can't trust me in that capacity, you are not wife material. Period. I don't even want you around me. You're gonna get me hemmed up, just like 3 Palms said. Yeah. You gotta stay Keisha free in that situation. Crease man, shout out to you, man. He said she has the spirit of Lilith. Yeah. Shout out to you, brother. Great seeing you. You're definitely going to jail if you don't check her ID. I would be interrogating her like a cop. Yeah, she do look young, bro. Streetwalker. Hold that thought, V. Hold that thought. When we get to the end, I'm gonna show you. Let me just tell y'all, so for y'all who in here now, if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna show you some beautiful women. But I have questions. And it's something I put that in this live stream and I wanted toward the end so YouTube don't trip, but I just have questions. And I want you to remember this young lady right here when we get to that part. Think about the way she dressed. And it's just like, if we're talking about wife material, we got to ask some serious questions about the way women are looking right now. Okay? Just a thought. So that's where we're going with that. Don says, my ex-wife used to get upset when I tell her that her outfit was too seductive in the workplace. You know what's funny, Don? Think about all of the stories we've been hearing about women now having these workplace husbands. And so if your woman going to work and she looking provocative, first of all, there's no dress code there, or there's, you know what I mean? Like, it's work. Like, yes, you want to look professional, you want to look good. There might be a reason to look good, not taking anything away. But there is a way to do it where you look beautiful and you're classy at the same time. I'm gonna give you all a perfect example. One of my favorite shows of all time now is Suits. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Suits, right? Bunch of lawyers. The person I think of in Suits, and me and my woman talk about this all the time, is two characters in Suits. The first is Donna Paulson, right? Who is the secretary of Harvey Specter. She's always in a badass suit. And the woman who takes the cake on class and elegance in that show, right, is Jessica Pearson. My God, if you don't know who Jessica Pearson is, go look that shit up right now. Always looking badass. They never come to work looking like they skanking it up. They don't look that way. You can still be beautiful. You can still be elegant. There is no reason to go there looking like you're about to sell yourself. And that's the only thing I got to say. Right? All right. That tall, light-skinned black lady that was also in, I think, I Love My Wife with Chris Rock. Yeah. She's been in a number of things. Actually, she was also in The Matrix Part 2. Okay? She was the wife of I believe her husband had died. No, she was the sister of one of the women in Matrix 3. So point being is, yeah, she was in a number of things. Beautiful. All right, let's get to the next one. Oh shit, we got to move along a little bit.
I'm homeless.
This is a quick video clip here. Damn, I didn't realize I still had it up on the screen. All right, check this out real quick.
I'm homeless. He has my $1.4 million house. And he filed 2 restraining orders on me. I really don't know why, except he's jealous I'm on Black Dick. And so now he filed a restraining order.
Hey, I just want to throw that one in there. Yeah, don't sleep on. Yes, Lawrence Fishburne. I think that's his ex-wife though now. I don't think they're together anymore. I don't know. You'll have to look that up. But that was Lawrence Fishburne's ex-wife or wife. Okay? Her dimples and them lips. She definitely a cutie in a class act. Exactly. Again, check her out, man. All right. Here's another quick video.
Completely different than everybody. I'm ready to submit, man. If somebody's like, I don't like what you're wearing, I'm going to change it.
So there it is. She's telling you she's ready. Now listen to how he tests her. Check this out.
Test this out. You're ready to submit?
Yeah, I believe so. Because I mean, I feel like, yeah.
Okay, let's test this out. You ready? Are you ready?
I believe so.
Shut up.
I'm not going to say anything.
And that right there is all you need to know about bitches.
Oh, like this made for a funny video, but the truth of the matter is there'll be women that will see that and be like, well, why she had to shut up? And like, you still don't get the point. You all cannot follow simple instructions. You have the inability to just peace be still. Got to be one of my, one of many favorite things that I love about my woman is that she just not up there like just saying shit to be saying shit. Real chill, laid back. I like that shit. Okay? I do enough talking for everybody. There don't need to be two people up there yapping. I've been in that relationship before, and trust me, holy shit. Okay? This is the one, this next video is the one that's going to get me. Ooh, I think I've used this in the video, but damn it, this is going to get me flagged. Let's see.
Now, you have to rate me 1 to 10.
Okay, she going to turn around. All her going to be showing. There we go. Let's hit it play.
4. Why? Why do I like it to 10?
Look, a 10 is not in this street. You know what I mean?
Right there, ladies and gentlemen, rate me 1 to 10. He said a 10 is not in the street. How many of y'all and how many of us have seen people that's out here, oh, I'm a 10, but they out here in the street, scantily cladded? That's not a 10. That's not wife material. That's fun. She can still be beautiful, but a real man ain't gonna trust that shit. Because what are you doing? Right? Another slur looking for attention and validation. Yup. Failed like an MFer. Yeah, talking about the woman who did, yeah. Bernie Mac's wife on the Bernie Mac show. Oh, yeah, she classy too. Yup. That's a good one. All right. What's my next one? All right. This next one here is a little bit longer. Let's check it out, what she says.
But we got into an argument. He was like, it seems like you want me to leave. I want to respect your space. So I'm going to go. But you call me and you let me know when you're ready for me to come back. And I was like, you should go. Leave. Get out. And the second the door closed, I lost my fucking mind. I was crying. I threw my phone into the wall. I was like, I had a full on like break.
You were triggered by him threatening to leave.
And I find that with therapy, one of the biggest things that I've learned is how to stop the spiral.
Yes.
At least just like a little bit faster than you have before.
About 30% of anything that we're injured by, we can only heal in the context of a loving, secure relationship.
Yeah.
And those are the things that they don't get triggered until we are with the person that we care about the most.
Oh, yeah.
So this is another situation that we as men got to be careful about, because I've heard women say that, well, I'm just passionate or I just love you so much. But one of the characteristics that would be a red flag to me in terms of wife material would be a woman who spirals out of control. Obviously, women are going to have their emotions. You can't stop that shit, okay? Just like with Chris Rock joke. Wait a minute, no. What joke was that? Dave Chappelle in Nutty Professor. Women be shopping. You can't stop a woman for shopping. Anyway, you can't stop a woman from having her emotions. You can't stop it. She can't stop it, depending on where she at in her life, whatever. But a woman who is thoughtful, she might feel whatever she feels, but she's not going to release that. She's going to hold on to that because she'll realize in that moment, I feel this way. And sometimes as they think about it later, they be like, oh, yeah, no, I was kind of off on that one. Or I don't feel the same way now that I've had time to think about it. But a discerning woman is going to hold on to that, right? A discerning woman is going to be like, I'm not going to just fly off the handle because my feelings in the moment are real to me, but they don't mean they're real to the situation. So this woman here is saying that, she was triggered and spiraled and started crying and whatever. She needed some work. Now imagine you're with this woman in the moment. there is no way that you can move forward with that woman until she gets that help. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, people are resistant to change, especially when they're in scenarios and situations that they're comfortable in. Meaning that when people are around and they're comfortable in a situation, they're less likely to change unless some outside something forced them to. People are going to continue to act the way they do. So unfortunately, it's one of those situations where you start noticing a spiral like that. You almost got to let this person go because they're not going to get better around you. It's just not going to happen. And ladies, it's like if you're willing to spiral over something that might be minor, even though I'm talking to you in a calm voice, I'm just saying, hey, if you're going to be this way, I just need to leave. If you're the type of person that spirals, then what's going to happen in a situation where I need you to show restraint if we were together long term? See what I'm saying? If you had a man who was spiraling all the time and losing his shit, you'd be turned off. Equally, we're turned off. The only men who are turned on by women spiraling all the time is men who are toxic. But y'all like that shit. So you get what you get. All right. Let's see where we're at. These pros be lying. 4 10 is not in the streets. Facts. Yep. Shout out to you, Preston. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, man. Kelvin, man, shout out to you. He said, hey, Jen, sorry I'm late. It's all good. You good? Shout out from Houston, from H-Town. Shout out there. Damaged like a mofo. Yep. You got to warn a brother when you live streaming. It's Wednesday. I just started a little bit later today. That's all. Yep. Okay, Shada, what's going on? Okay. They wonder where the good men went. Yeah, no, they're not putting up with that. All right, let's get the next one going. I think there's another short
If
video.
I want.
Oh, yeah, listen to this one. All right. Check this out. Let me catch this real quick. He had to leave because she was getting hyper emotional. Time to go. Yeah. Again, women are emotional. We understand that. The problem is when you're emotional, if we can't work through shit because of being too emotional, then it's not going to get better in the future because all you're going to do is use your emotions to get your way. You're going to use your emotions to attack. You're going to use your emotions. Essentially, is going to stop a man from being the best version of himself. Okay, he can still acknowledge your emotions without you being like crazy with him. You know what I mean? We're willing to accept that y'all are emotional. What we can't accept is when it's irrational. Kevin says, I believe men don't want no wife because they can take everything he worked for. Yeah. Unless they're going to sign a prenup, they're not going to pursue. Yeah, I'm not really covering that aspect tonight because I'm going to tie it all together to what we've been talking about. So I'm not going to keep y'all late tonight, but I'm going to tie it all back to all of the things that we've been talking about. So stick around for that. All right. Men didn't vanish. They simply stopped entertaining disrespect. Preston. That's got to be one of the best statements I've ever heard you put down. I'm not even lying. Preston, you said a lot of funny things throughout the time or good things throughout the time. That one right there definitely was perfect, man. During my divorce, I didn't care about my assets. I wanted my girls. That's why my civil union will have a clause on the parent that's faithful keeping the child. Yeah, man. Listen, I didn't care about losing everything too. I had the mindset that I can get all this shit back. I'm just at the point in my life where I don't want to start over again. Does that make sense? I don't have the energy, time, strength, or patience to start over again. Can I start over again? Absolutely. but I'm not willing to start over again. I can't. You can't burn the bridge and complain there's no path to cross. Exactly. All right, let's get to this. Now it's a little bit harder to see because it's captioned within. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like that.
If I want a new car and he can't provide it, then I just wouldn't be with him.
But so what if you're staying at home and he's making enough money to do that, but you want a new car and he says no? Are you leaving him?
I think that's a conversation between us.
It's a conversation? So it's like, okay, you're like, hi, I want a new car. And he's like, no. Shouldn't that be the end of it?
I feel like we should discuss why it is a no, because it could be a no because of where we are at financially.
Yeah, he's like, no, we're not going to do that.
Then I would go with someone else that would be able to finance.
So you leave your...
Yes, I would.
You would leave your husband...
For a car?
Because he doesn't want to buy you a new car.
Yes.
What if you
The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears hers down.
Yep. That is I've always liked Proverbs. It's probably the Bible, the book of the Bible I've read the most. Because I love the little wisdom, the little, tidbits of wisdom that are in Proverbs. But it's crazy to me. Let me put this back on this young lady. It's crazy to me that your man doesn't get you a car. He tells you no on a car. Now, I'm sure it's not just a simple no, and he walks away. Like usually we're pretty like, hey, it's just not a good time right now. But she said, even if he says no, right now financially it's not good. She didn't just say, I'm going to leave my husband. She said, I'm going to go find someone who's going to get me the car as a wife. So do y'all understand, ladies? It's one of those things, a situation where it's like, it's hard to trust y'all when it comes to even talking about quote unquote marriage, because y'all will say all the right things up into getting married. And then all of a sudden there's this new issue that just, well, I won't say it's a new issue. Put a pin in that. But you would leave your husband over something as trivial and material as a car that's going to depreciate as an asset. This is why we say that we're only dealing with assets, not liabilities going forward. If you as a woman are not an asset to a man, there is no reason he should take you on. Taking the pen out of it, I was going to say that we typically, we can sit here and say, I never saw it coming. And I'm not saying people don't see it coming, but I look back and I start thinking the red flags were there every damn time. Every time there was always the red flag or subtle, just something where your inside said, oh, did you notice that? What? We didn't notice anything. No. That little flicker there. It was there for a second and went away. And nah, you tripping, man, you tripping. And then you get yourself stuck with somebody that you had no business messing with in the first place because your instincts. We always hear about women having better instincts than men, or women got this sixth sense, right? Yet they continue to pick bad men. Don't understand that one. We have it too, gents. It's the thing that keeps us alive. It's the spidey sense that we have on the inside. The problem is, if you're a foolish man, you don't listen to that shit. If you're a wise man, that shit guides you. It makes you the man that you are. Keeps you out of all kind of dangers. Hell, it even helped you survive in dangerous situations. You grew up in the hood, it helped you out. Ooh, yeah, I probably shouldn't go to this party. I probably shouldn't be around here. It kept you alive. So we know in the beginning, we just choose to ignore the red flags when they're there. And we used to have the luxury of saying, you know what? I'm tripping. That's minor. I'm tripping. We don't have that luxury, ladies. Men don't have the luxury of, you know what? I can let that go. We don't have that luxury. Because predominantly it costs us more than it costs y'all. Like, we can't afford to get it wrong. Y'all have the luxury to be able to afford to get it wrong. Because if you get it wrong, it's like, well, just go to divorce court, get some alimony, get some child support, and basically I could be with my new man, my new husband, and my old man, my old husband is still paying. You are paying your woman to be with another dude. We don't have the same luxuries y'all do. Y'all can sit here and be like, but it's not like that. Yes, it is. Stop it. We only got a few more clips left. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're doing good on time, so we're doing good on time. I mean, I should have saved this toward the end. Yeah. Let's not go with this one first, because this is more of a summation video. Let's go with this one. I had that in the wrong order. I apologize. Check this out. Check this out.
Likes the nice guy is boring.
Okay, do you know what?
That's husband, but I'm not quite there yet.
What did you say?
That's giving husband, and I'm not.
That's crazy. So,
Hold on. Let me just stop it there. She says nice guys are boring. Let's unpack what she said real quick. Nice guys are boring. That's giving off husband. I'm gonna play it again for you.
Likes the nice guy is boring.
okay, do you know what?
That's husband, but I'm not quite there yet.
I'm gonna let this play out. I just wanted y'all to hear that so y'all can know where we're starting with. Also, I also want to say before I finish hitting play, shout out to my people in the UK that's watching. I know it's been a while since I shouted y'all out. Shout out to the people that watch here from South America, from Mexico, right? Shout out to the people that, if I missed you, I'm just going by like the top countries that I see. Shout out to my people watching from Australia, right? Shout out to the people who watch from other countries, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting this channel, okay? So let's get back to it.
What did you say?
That's giving husband, and I'm not.
That's crazy. So wait, why? So should a husband? No. We're gonna ask this guy. Come back. You're gonna get in the rain. So we're gonna ask. So why should a husband, your future husband? It's not my opinion. I'm just asking. Why should a future husband be with someone, or for anyone in general, not just women, like anyone in general, where they've decided to go for people that treat them like garbage? They've gone through all of this, and then now you want to settle down with someone that why? Like,
I don't. If when I'm ready, I will be the nice guy. Right now, I'm still trying to work my way out the dustbin.
You mean you're slowly trying to crawl out because you don't want to crawl out? You like it there?
No, I don't like it there.
Okay, the last guy you got with or you spoke to, how long did that last?
He was the nice guy, and it lasted a month because it got boring.
And then the guy that treated you like garbage, how long did that last?
Derek's hitting me.
How long did that last?
About 6 months.
Oh man! So guys, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't go by the statistics.
My God. Well, there you go. And that's part of the conversation that we're going to have on the members only video that I have, that I plan on doing. We got to ask those questions, right? It's not just about nice guys. It's about, I guess it kind of is. I actually might reference this video in that members only video, because I have another question that I want to ask for the members. All right. But I want you to realize that I don't want you all to be nice guys. Actually, like, there's all kind of videos out there about nice guys, good guys, blah, blah, blah. And your goal should never be the nice guy. Your goal should never be necessarily being the good guy. All right. This is something that I've kind of really been thinking about over the years. And I'm not saying if that's who you want to be, that's who you are. But it's come to my attention that I've watched a number of shows where the protagonist is the quote unquote nice or good guy, and you feel sorry for it, right? You feel sorry for that good guy. You're like, why can't that good guy why can't that woman see that man for being who he is? All right, I'll give you another show that I like to watch, right? I used to watch How I Met Your Mother, right? With Neil Patrick Harris and Jason Segel and Allison Hannigan, right? So I used to watch that show, right? Because it was really quick show. I really like how it was done. Neil Patrick Harris is funny as hell. Old Doogie Howser himself. Ted, the main character in there, was a nice guy. But when you look back, I've watched that show so many goddamn times. You realize Ted was the quote unquote nice guy, but he also had a lot of issues. So, if anything, there's an argument to be made that the nice guy is also terrible. It's why the woman that he ended up with, or he really wanted, didn't want him. He ended up with Barney, or Neil Patrick Harris, who was probably one of the worst dudes. She didn't want to get with Ted, who was the nice guy. She ended up getting with the dude who arguably was the worst human in the whole goddamn show. Why? This is what we're going to talk about in this is what we're going to talk more about in the members only video. So if you're not a member, consider joining to be a member. But I want to take this and have a deeper conversation with it. Something that me and P talked about in one of our live streams, or not live streams, one of our shows, and I was like, let's discuss this, right? So they're telling you they don't want the nice guy. Your role should never be the nice guy. Now, if that's the way you want to be, then do it. That's a choice. Understand, it's a choice. Because in the end, if you start acting like something that you're not going to be able to sustain it. I've tried, okay? I've tried to be a person that I wasn't. And then I realized I was miserable being that person. I was miserable moving that way. That's a journey that you got to go on by yourself. But you should strive to be a man of purpose. And why the purpose matters is because if you are focused on the things that you're supposed to be on, sometimes you're not going to be the good guy as a purposeful man. Do you understand what I mean? Because you're going to have to make tough decisions. And you got to, as a man, you got to stand on you got to stand on your word. Ladies, y'all may not understand us, but one of the hierarchies of integrity of a man is his word, is his bond. Like, this shit will lose you credibility with other men if your word ain't solid. So as a man who moves purposefully, you're not thinking good guy, bad guy. You're thinking, am I doing the thing that meets the end to what it is? Now, you could be a man of integrity, and you could be a man of morals, you could be a man of character and still accomplish that. But you're not going to always be the good guy. Does that all make sense? Does that all make sense? So, when you're the good guy, now let me clarify something. Women will sit here, you could be a man of purpose, you could be focused, and they'll still say you're boring because you're not Because you're not operating in chaos. In which case, that's not your problem. That becomes her problem. That because her toxicity isn't ready for the structure that you've built in order to meet and enact your purpose. Then that's on her. That's not on you. And again, you have to be willing as a man to walk away from that table before you go pot committed if you see that it's not going to work. So when a woman sits here and says she's not into the nice guy, whatever, I don't actually blame her anymore. I don't. Your job isn't to be a nice guy. Don't sit here and be like, well, these women are messed up because they don't want the nice guy. No, we're not saying that anymore. Be a man who's deliberate. And then you'll avoid the nice guy trap. You'll avoid the nice guy trap. Be deliberate, be purposeful. Stand on what you say. And be willing to walk away when those boundaries get crossed. In her eyes, that's not gonna make you the good guy. In the eyes of a lot of women today, you won't be the good guy if you stand on purpose, if you stand on business. They're gonna look at you and be like, oh man, this would mean. So walk away from poison. The quicker you walk away, the more healthy you'll be. Yep. Modern women choose men on sex appeal and swagger and then complain about being used. Not your problem. Not your problem. You know, again, yes, it does. Let me get to this. Shout out to you, Eric. He said character matters. Absolutely. And that goes into how you move in your purpose. It goes into how you carry yourself. And then you have to set those boundaries. If you say character matters as the nice guy, and then like you fold, right? Oh, I wish I had this clip. I had this clip, and the dude, y'all seen the clip before. It was an Asian man and an Asian woman. And it was kind of like a pop the balloon show, but she put her rubber ducky down or something. And she says that she basically told him, you're too nice. And the whole time he's just smiling like, yeah, you know, it's all good. I get it. Whereas he should have been like, what? Man, you know what? All good. Can we move on to the next one? Like, I wouldn't be trying to hear that shit. Now that's simplifying what I saw, but the point is, whatever character you take on, you have to be willing to stand on it. And unfortunately for the nice guy typically is going to get used or played because he thinks that because he is nice, he deserves a woman's affection, time, and attention. But he doesn't. Being nice doesn't guarantee you that. Let's be real. This shit is based on attraction too. And this is why I tell y'all, go out there and scratch your claws sometime because you'll lose the ability to have any kind of appeal. I don't want to use, there's so many words in my head. We used to call it back in the day, have some game. Okay? You still got to have some game about you. Even when you got your own woman, you still got to have some game about you. She still needs to look at you like, man, my man. Woo. You got to keep that game about you. So she don't talk about you like you not there in the room. Oh, don't worry about Tom. He's boring. Don't worry about Tom. Yeah. Okay? So it all matters. It doesn't matter if you're a man of integrity, they'll still hate. In which case, when you see that, you walk off. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Just fold before you get sold. Good guys tend to have good intentions, but mistakenly give females too much or undesired grace. Yeah. Listen, that's actually perfect, Eric, because being a good guy or a nice guy, there's a fine line between, let's say, nice guy. I don't want to say a good guy or a good man, because that's different. It depends on the context we're talking about. The nice guy literally borders on being a simp. and potentially a trick. Depends on how much he's doing for this woman. There's a bunch of women that have nice guys in their orbit, but they're sending them, $30, $40, $100 cash app. She called, oh, I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna give her this money. But now you've moved over into tricking. You're getting something without getting anything in return. Okay. These guys will say, well, I'm getting something in return, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. No, you're not, sir. Okay. No, you're not. Let's stop the cap. Okay. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. Right? Yep. We missed the part where you are our problem. I saw a clip of Peterson saying a good man is not a weak man. A good man has a choice to not be bad. That's a great way to put it. And that's the simplest way I could put it for this live stream. You're absolutely right. That's why I said there's a difference between being a nice guy and a good man. Because a good man chooses to be a good man, right? A nice guy, that's who he is. That's just who he is. And again, nice guys border on simphood because they think they deserve attention because of their behavior, not realizing that there is still an attraction component to it. And women are generally, they're not mad at nice guys, but they almost resent nice guys. And to some extent, being nice to some women is actually off-putting to them because it's like, I don't want to go into it, but the nice guy could be off-putting to a woman too because it almost comes off as creepy if done the wrong way. It can be misconstrued for that. All right? Asian men don't even want to save their own women. Being nice don't get you the woman. No, it don't. Don't change yourself and go on a feeling quest because of females are unfaithful. Exactly. The death of 1,000 cuts is how women subdue their men in marriage. That's a good way to put it. All right. Where are we at? Okay. Now this woman in this next one, we only got a couple more clips left, and I'm going to get y'all up out of here. Thank you for everybody who's here. Thank you for everybody who's been rocking. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, help us to grow. All right. Other thing is, too, this mug, stuff like it is down in the description of most of my videos, whatever, right? The products that I use, not something I'm promoting. This is just stuff that I use. I thought that y'all might like it or use it. All that's there. Those things help support the channel, okay? But really, you all watching, you all supporting, you all liking the videos, you all hitting the, what is that thing called? Hyping? Hyping. You all hyping the videos, all these things help, okay? So I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, let's get to this next clip.
No, he's right. He's right 100% because really just be leeches for real. Just because you see a nigga spending money and everything like that doesn't mean that it's necessarily for you. Then sit here and get mad when they don't want to do it for them. How are you gonna get upset about another nigga money? That's crazy. I hate that. Just sit here and get upset about not being in another nigga fucking, section and everything like that. Where's your section at? What the fuck your money at? Where is that though? But you expect a nigga to sit here and do it 24/7. What are you? Exactly what Shazzy said. What are you giving? What are you giving? If you ain't even giving up no coochie hole, get the step in. What? No, seriously. You ain't even giving up that though.
Now, it would have been interesting to have that full conversation, but she brings up a point. And what she's saying is women basically desire stuff of us men and they don't give nothing up. And that's where you start getting the fine line between being a nice guy and simping. That could even be the line between being a good guy and simping. Where is, you basically dealing with females that essentially want something from you, you capitulate, but you get nothing in return from me. I'll tell y'all something about me, right? I remember a long time ago when I was like, all right, I'm not, when you go through that point where you buy a woman a drink and then she walk off, you're like, oh man, they ain't never doing that again. And so a lot of men get to the point like, I ain't buying no women, no drinks because they ain't going to walk off and just take my drink and I don't get nothing out of it. I've actually like had the conversation, will buy a woman a drink, not expecting her to stay, but I do it because she gave me the conversation. Now, I know that sounds crazy. Hear me out. And I'm not saying this is a all the time thing, because when I talk to people, I talk to a lot of people. I'm a very outgoing person, especially throughout the years. I will start specific conversations because I want the info. I want to hear so I want to know what this person is thinking. I want to get another perspective. If the conversation is good, then I think like, okay, that's worth a drink because I just learned something. That has nothing to do with her. You don't have to ask. This is me saying, hey, let me get you a drink. If a woman is straight up come to me like, why don't you buy me a drink? That's a no off the rip. What I'm saying to you all is something as simple as that. Is like controlling the narrative. You controlling it for whatever it is you're in it for. A lot of times I go out, I'm just in it for the conversation. If you give me a good conversation, that was well worth the drink. Maybe well worth continuing on the conversation. That's what I like to do. I am a conversationalist. I am a people person in that respect. But to go out and just be giving women drinks and they walk off and next thing you know, they dancing and grinding on somebody else, like, and you got nothing out of it. Now you're starting to teeter on that line. See what I'm saying? So this woman here calling out these women for these behaviors and these things that they do where they want to shame you for what's in your pockets just because you don't give it to them. Like that's some crazy work right there and crazy mental gymnastics to even get to that point. All right. So let me set up this last clip real quick. I'm gonna catch a few more comments and I'm gonna get to this last clip. Actually, we got 2 more clips. I saw the basic chick put the ducky down because the guy was too nice. Yes, I think that was the clip I was talking about. No matter what you do, it's still not enough to satisfy ungrateful people. Absolutely, Preston. The only thing you end up with is head trips and karma's can't say beep. V said, I got my groove back when I went from 300 to 175. I bet you did. Let me tell you something, man. I've lost 16 pounds. And you know, I went from like what was I, 184, and then I got to like 168. So, or sorry, 284 to 268. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about your numbers over there. But so now I'm back into the 260s and I can feel the difference in my energy. I feel lighter. I feel like I can move better. And yeah, you get your swag back when you can move and you ain't breathing heavy. You know, man, you know, you're not breathing heavy everywhere. They want the good men after they've had the villains. No tricking. No tricking. Salute to you, everybody in the chat. Who the actual F is she calling a leech? Ashwagandha. Hey, V, I don't know if y'all know. Bro, if y'all sleeping on that ashwagandha, man, look, ashwagandha help with a lot of stuff, bro. I live by this. Again, the things that I have in my description is everything that I use. Okay. I'm not going to tell y'all to get something that I don't believe in. I'm never going to. One day I'm probably going to have some sponsors on this channel. It's just inevitable. I've could have had sponsors, but I don't want to have to integrate their shit into the way I like to do my videos. But I promise that if I ever do sponsors, I'm not sponsoring shit I don't believe in. I'm not sponsoring nothing that I don't see the value in. Just not going to do it. All right. So that's why I've curated a personal list of things that I have or use. Hell, even that book was on the list back in the day. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, right? So let's get to I got 2 videos left. and I'm gonna get y'all up out of here. I promise you it's gonna be worth it. So stick around. This is a short video. I just want you to hear this man talk about his wife real quick.
I came home one day and I told her, I said, listen, I just got to tell you something. The house is on the line. She said, what does that mean? I said, it means if I fail, we lose the house. And I'll probably get emotional here. And she said, do we lose the kids? I said, no. She said, do we lose each other? I said, no. She says, well, get your head out of here and just go out there and do what you know how to do, because you're not going to fail. But to be able to come home when you're beat, powerful, that is the person that you get to talk to that can lift you up. And she put it in perspective. I'm like, you know what? I can lose everything, but I don't lose my wife and I don't lose my kids. I haven't lost a day.
Now, let's be real about something. How many men have been in this situation where they've lost the shit and lost the wife? Happens a lot. Happens more than you know. It even happens in well-intentioned marriages, okay? That the woman sees fault. She doesn't see you being a man. And that's why, like, you can't falter. Like, it's good to get that support from her. But as this man's wife said, look, go out there, be a man, and do what you got to do. You know what you need to do. Go ahead and do it. But she also gave him a soft landing. Hey, you still got your kids. You still got me. And so that's why I started off tonight's video with the clip that we talked about last week and the one that we talked about on Partners in Crime podcast. So make sure y'all go over there after this and go watch that video on wife material on that young lady and hear our discussion about it. But I still think there's something to gain from this discussion, because a wife is going to have that talk with you. She ain't going nowhere. She going to give you the pep talk that you need to get it done. Matter of fact, not to just out my own situation, but today I was panicking because I'm running late. I'm like, oh man, I haven't even got my live stream topic together yet. And my woman had just gotten off of work, and I'm texting with her. I'm like, man, I don't have this. I don't have everything together yet. And you know, she just simply texted me back and said, don't worry, you got this. And you know what I said in my brain, gents? I remember that exact moment because I read that text from her and she was like, don't worry, you got this, or you got this, whatever, right? And I remember thinking, you know what? I certainly do. Like I, you know, in my head, my chest was puffed out. I've done this. I've been in this situation many times. And yeah, I didn't get the live stream out. You know, I was about 30 minutes off from when I wanted to put this live stream out, maybe 30, 45 minutes off. But the point is, it happened. It happened, and I had enough time. I actually got it done in enough time that I could have got the live stream going at the time I said, but instead, I said, okay, take a little extra time. Let's push it back a little bit just to make sure that we give myself time to eat. So that way I can do this and have the energy I need. I had a big workout today. I needed the energy to be able to come and present to y'all the way I need to. And just that simple text, you got this. I was like, yeah, man, I've done this so many times. I got this. And guess what? I did. Once I was focused, once I'd read that text, I knew everything I needed to do in that moment. Ladies, if you aren't providing that level of support to your man at a minimum, this ain't sometimes conditional, at a minimum, that's the bit, like, that's bare minimum what you're supposed to be providing in order to be a wife. The bare minimum. Then I dare say you shouldn't be expecting that man to marry you. If you can't provide that simpleness and that genuine, I'm talking about genuine, babe, you got this. I believe in you. You've done it before. You've proven it before. You always get it done. If you don't have that level of care and thought and deliberateness and femininity and softness towards your man to help him get and do what the hell he got to do, ma'am, you are not a wife. You're not even in consideration for partnership, none of that. Shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all comments. I see y'all comments. So, where we at on time? Perfect, perfect. So, with that being said, gents, we're talking about. Let me get this off the screen because I don't want to give away the last clip of the night. Uh-oh, nothing happened. Okay. I got one more clip for y'all and we're going to get up out of here. All right. Sorry I didn't have a little sip tonight. I had a really good workout. I really didn't want to mess it up by drinking anything tonight. So I just have some water. Earlier, I told you all that there was that young lady who was talking about no makeup forever or cheat on your man once or whatever. And she said, I'll just cheat on him once. He ain't gonna know. So that raised the question in my head. One of the other things that we have to contend with and deal with when it comes to dealing with these modern women today is that some of them are very good looking, very attractive women. But some of them they're not Jessica Pearson level, where she wears these suits and these beautiful dresses and she commands the room without looking like a floozy, as Preston liked to say. He liked to say floozy, whatever, right? I want you to see this video. Now, again, I want you to know, off the rip, I believe that most of these women are very attractive. But what I want y'all to do after the video plays is I want you to point out the thing that's the red flag to you in this video. Okay, so here's the instructions. I'm gonna play the video. When it stops, in the comments, I want y'all to tell me what red flag stuck out to you when you saw these women. Okay, these are beautiful women. What's the red flag? Here we go.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girlfriend. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girlfriend. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl day one. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl's god sister. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm just a bad bitch. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl's best friend since high school. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girlfriend. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girlfriend. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl. 10-year friend. Period. Yeah. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl's friend. Hey! I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl's soul sister. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl best friend. Happy birthday. I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl god sister. Happy birthday. I'm the birthday girl favorite cousin. I'm the birthday girl.
You know when we come to your city, we turn your city up. You know as I want to know.
All right, gents. All right, gents. I need down in the comments. I need to know what's the red flag that stood out to you from this video. I need to know. Put it in the comments. Let's catch it up. Let's catch up. Lord Zed, Shout out to you, man. Sneezer is another one. Beautiful on the outside, pure ugliness on the inside. Shout out to you, Private Pookie. Weave is wonder. Weaver wonder. All right, the flight is always easiest. The landing, that's unbelievable. Yams. Okay. V says the yams stick out. Is that? I said, what's the red flag in there? Sentiment, man. Shout out to you. He said, salute TSG. Salute to you, man. Thank you for being here. The flight is always easy. It's the landing that's hard. Okay. Too many best friends. Okay. T Fox, that's it. So let me ask you a question, T Fox. Why is her having that many best friends a red flag to you? So let's expound on that. Why is having too many of those girlfriends a red flag to you? I want to know. I got one thing for you. What's going on? Oh, Mr. Spacely, what's going on, brother? Good seeing you again. That was about 10 counts of indecent exposure. Okay. That was one of the things that stood out to me. I actually feel like I am not going to turn monetization on for this one. I don't know, because I think I might have seen, y'all ever seen Boomerang? And they were editing the video, and Halle Berry was like, that right there is a nip. That's nip. And it was like, that's not a nip. Eddie Murphy's like, that's not a nip. And the old man said, that's a nip, because I'm drooling. We might have seen some nip on there. We definitely seen some, there's just a lot there. Okay. Truth bombs. Thank you, Preston. They are secretly DL. You know what's funny? I have a couple clips that I was thinking about. How do we talk about this? I only got 2 clips though, but a woman brings it up. It says that when women, these same women that want to call men DL, be DL themselves. Anyway, I just don't know how to make that into a conversation. So it's probably one of those things that we need to talk about here on the live stream. All right. Too much validation seeking. Okay. I hear that. She's not even a pump and dump. Because if you have a relationship with her and all her friends will be taking, because if you have a relationship with her, all her friends will be talking in it. Oh. Ladies, T Fox brings up a good point. We understand that you might have a good friend. We understand that. When you have that many friends that you keep up with or supposedly, quote unquote, supposedly close with, one of them might actually be on your side. Like, girl, you got a good man. Don't even trip. But it be that one girlfriend out of all them that be jealous. Mad because her friend got somebody and she don't. Mad because y'all happy and she not. And the more friends that these women have like that, the more of a chance that they're going to be a hating ass beep in that group. And or, depends on the type of dude you are, they be trying to get with you on a stick. So, yes, Corey. Shout out to my boy Corey there. Yes, the tattoos a little much for me too. And matter of fact, let's check out something together real quick. So this one, what's this cross in the middle of her chest? She got straight up sleeves. Look like I don't know what's going on. That's somebody's face. Why look like somebody sleeping on her arm? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, she pretty though. She is a pretty one. And she actually, out of all the ones, she ain't dressed too bad comparatively. Okay. She just got a real sundress on. She got tattoos. Look at that. Sleeves. She got the leg tattoo. Leg tattoo for me is like, oh, and the little leopards up the side. And they got a little boob tattoo. Okay. This here is crazy. All right, I'm about to speed through this one. Because this one got all her little stuff showing. That's the one that'll get me. All of them got something showing. Okay. She got a tattoo on her forearm. She got a shoulder tattoo. She got another shoulder tattoo. I don't see nothing on her. Oh, nope, tattoo. Oh, she got a sleeve. Holy cow. Okay. Y'all already know. That's leg tattoo, arm. It's all hanging out. Hey, that's like, but she got a tattoo. God dang. Yep. She got tattoo. They are all that. Look, my God. Tell me she don't. She kind of cute, not gonna lie. She remind me of kind of like Rudy Huxtable, grown up. I don't see no tattoos though. Okay. Nope, she got a tattoo, and that's the birthday girl. Her whole chest is tatted up. Her back is tatted up. Oh my God. Okay. So Corey, you were spot on. That's the thing that stood out to me. That's my red flag. None of them look like they would hold her accountable for anything. Yep. Jimmy Crack, Dumbassery, and Stupidity City. Focus on me, not the birthday girl. Okay, Joshua. Yeah. I can see that one. Shout out to you for that one. Don't let anyone disrespect your boundaries. If you have an issue with her, they're going to try to ruin it. Okay, that's another good one. The one chick had her knuckle exposed. Oh, yeah, shirt was too short. Yes. Yeah, man, that one was crazy. And the thing about it is the chick not ugly neither. I know which one you talk about. This one right here. She not ugly, but the tattoo, the leg tat, all yo hoochie mama out, like it's crazy. And whoever thought to put that camera that low, like what the hell? That many best friends. Okay. Yep. Red flag is destroying my PS5. I can't deal with a woman that's been with other women. It's hard enough competing with men. I've dated a woman who had girlfriends before. Man, if you hear P talk about, actually P talks about it in one of our videos. That's the one who was a witch. Okay, I dated a literal witch. She told us she was a witch, and P was like, "What we doing here? What are we still doing here, bro?" She says she a witch. Why haven't we left yet? Okay. How long ago was that? Oh, wow. It was like over 20 plus years ago, man, when I dated her. That's crazy. Clear Pookie lovers. Yep. Birds of a feather. Yep. I hear y'all. Red flag birthday floozies. Nose rings. Yes. Who had a nose ring? I don't know if that's no. Who had the nose ring? Oh, yep, she did. All right, I didn't even see that. Slow motion, brother. Slow it down. She mighty, just letting it all hang out. Yeah, you're right. That one was a brick shit house. Brick shit house. Yeah. She a runner, track star. Okay. Love should have brought you home last night. That's right. All of her worst enemies are in this video. Her ops are in the video. Yo, that's wow. Maybe it's because I'm 50, but I can't do women with tattoos. Me neither, bro. I can't. So what does that make them? Leslie Flusians? You can see the crow's nest. All of them saying girls trip. You know they cheating. Damn, T Fox, bro, you are coming off the top turnbuckle with it. All right. That many friends, they straight creeping. That's right. Oh, a witch. Yes, yes. I dated a witch. I dated a witch. And you know what's even crazy about me dating a witch? P also asked me another question that night too. He said, "Bro, ain't you like a Christian? Ain't you the one always bringing up this Bible thing to us and everything like that?" Oh, bro, it was. Hey, remember I told y'all, there's always that red flag. There's always that little blip on the radar to say, maybe I shouldn't get in this. Let me tell you what the blip was. The blip was P. P was like, what are we doing here? Now, normally P would be like, you know what, man, get your swerve on, do your thing. P was like, Shaun, she is a witch. That should have been cute right there to go. He wasn't wrong. He was not wrong. Okay. And that shit ended badly, just like I thought it was. Just logging on, TSG can't take these women seriously. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Dale. Tattoos and independent still cooch. That's a turnoff. Yep. All right. Listen, man, I had fun tonight. I tried to save the best one for last, man, just to see what y'all thoughts were. But, it's crazy because, again, I'm not going to sit here and deny there was some pretty women in that video or in that last clip. But again, when we talk about something more serious, I'm not going to take them serious, right? Because it's like, yeah, you're dressed up for us to go have some fun, but I'm not going to take you serious. If you don't, there was a clip that King gave to me. Where did I put it at? I'm just going to take a quick peek somewhere and see. Damn it. Oh, I found it. Shout out to King. I had the screen grab it. There's music in this, so I'm gonna have to mute this. I want y'all to see something. It's no music. It's just this is a woman who is she's dressing up elegantly and she's trying to dress up and she's trying to do a look inspired by Diane Carroll. Diane, beautiful ass Carroll, okay? Check it out. Now watch this. Now there's music going on with this, but this was that quiet, classy elegance that women had back in the day. Now she's about to show you how you going. Now that's Diane Carroll back in the day, the look that she was inspired by. I think she pulled it off. What do y'all think? Julie was a dope show back then. Shout out to you, the original CMC. She might as well have been talking about the other one, right? I like that. That's what a wife looks like, classy. Yep, that's exactly what I was trying to tell y'all. Singer, sorry I'm late at a death in the family. Hey, man. Hey. First of all, my condolences. My condolences. I don't even know what to say. I am so sorry for your loss, man. We're here regardless, man. We're here. There's your boys, there's your family, there's your peeps. We here for you, brother. Thank you so much. Right? Real talk. Her worst enemies are in that video. All right, I think I went a little too far back. And let me hear Dell says, trust your first impression, period. Exactly. I do trust my first impression because it's usually right. T Fox says, the girl's trips are a red flag for me. I can't do it. Yep, exactly. Classy and elegant. Yes, yes, yes. She was definitely classy and elegant. T Fox says, looks classy. Absolutely. Rare breed. Yes, yes. Lord Zed says, she's what the modern times are missing. Yep, yep. And then V says, oh, that's nice. Yep. And Singer said, these women are trying to be young Miami when they should be trying to be Sade. Yeah, man. Sade was, oh my God. Sade was just so. My favorite singer is actually Anita Baker. I love her voice. For me, that's my favorite female singer is Anita Baker. Always has been. Yes, but that elegance, that classy, and ladies, I'm not sitting here saying that you got to pull off these older looks. But let's be real about what we saw tonight. Those women that were in that video, as beautiful as they were, the thing that is confusing for us is that with all of this freedom and all of the education, all of the money, you all choose to look the same way streetwalkers used to look because you want to feel sexy. You want to feel seen. And that's the thing. I heard somebody say within the last week that you knew who were streetwalkers or not. And then it's like by the way they were dressed. And so the thing about it was they could turn it off by just changing clothes. By just changing clothes. They let you know who they were based on what they were dressed like. But now the everyday woman is dressed just like the streetwalkers dress. I did a video a long time ago on this channel. It's too far back. I wish I could find the clip. But there was it was when I was still trying to I was doing kind of like all kind of stuff. Like I was just kind of throwing videos, spitballing on the wall on what I want to talk about. And down in, I believe, somewhere in San Diego, there's a street where there's a bunch of streetwalkers. These streetwalkers were like climbing in people's houses. They were like outside they were outside at the corner where kids were going to school. It was bad. I think it was San Diego, somewhere in California. The point is, they were dressed just like these women that we saw today. So it's cool when we meet you and you look like that because it's like, hey, she a fun time. But if that's the way you think you have to present yourself, then we're not going to see wife material out of that. All right. All right, gents, let me catch this one by Dale and we'll get up out of here. Modern women will try to convince us that women like this are miserable and trapped. Exactly. Talk about the, yeah, no. See, this is a choice. We don't have a problem with women's success. I think, and this is just me saying this is Shaun saying this, okay? A woman's success doesn't intimidate me at all. And most of us men, it don't intimidate. I think the disappointment for me is what they're doing with it. It's like you can't sit here and advocate that you want to change the dating and relationships while everything has been changed. So you can't sit here and say we're going to play by the same rules when things have changed. The rules are rigged. And if women aren't willing to accept that, then a lot of them are going to find themselves, hey, 2030, we're not going to even make it to 2030. Half of modern women are going to be single and childless, period. That's what's happening. And we didn't choose that for you all. You all chose it for yourself because that's what you want to do. So if you don't find yourself, if you don't have a man that is choosing you, then that is on you. We can't do nothing about that, right? You awesome, brother, homie, TSG, and everyone in the chat. Shout out to you all. I'll be back on Friday with a new video. Thank you all for making the videos on this channel successful over the past month. More to come. But again, thank you all for being tonight. I think we should be back next week. I don't think I have anything else going on there. And look forward to having that talk with you all. Thank you all very much. I hope you all have a blessed night. And until next time, live your best life.